Good morning. I wanted to share something that I kind of done a little bit of research on since I'm reading the book of Job and recording it now along with Psalms. I want to read and let y'all know a little bit about the book of Job. I posted it on my Facebook so it'll be easier for y'all to follow along with the words. The Book of Job, a masterpiece of ancient wisdom literature, explores the mystery of suffering and sovereignty of God. Scholars view Job not as an answer to why bad things happen, but an invitation to trust God's character when human wisdom fails to explain life's trials. Theological perspectives on the text are diverse, emphasizing how the central theme are interpreted across academia and the church. The purpose of suffering and faith authentic worshiper. Scholars like John Hartley note that the prologue establishes Job's suffering not as punishment for sin, but as a test of genuine faith. The question is, does Job serve God for what he gets or for who God is? Rejection of retribution theology. Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, incorrectly assume that all suffering is a direct consequence of personal sin. Theologians highlight that the text rejects this framework, asserting that God's justice transcends strict human formulas. Scholar debates on authorship and general historical versus parabolic, which some scholars and ministries like Answers in Genesis argue for a complete historical Job. Many theologians treat the prose bookends, Job's 1 through 2, verse 42, as a historical framework housing an extended poetic meditation on parable designed to teach deep spiritual truths. Composite text. Many Old Testament scholars suggest the book was composed over a long period. The prose narratives may have existed first with the poetic dialogue, chapters 34 through 41, and speech of Elihu, chapters 32-37, added later by different authors to expand on the theological dialogue. Christological typology, shadow of Christ. Conservative commentators such as Christopher Ashe suggest that Job's innocent sufferings foreshadow the passion of Jesus Christ. Job acts as a mediator, less sufferer, who ultimately looks forward to a heavenly Redeemer, famously quoted in King James Version, Job 19:25, "For I have known that my Redeemer liveth." Divine transcendence, the whirlwind speeches, creation and mystery. When God finally answers Job from the whirlwind, Job 38:41, he does not explain why Job suffered. Instead, theologians point out that God reveals the vast complexity of the mystery of creation, calling Job to submit to the Creator's divine wisdom and sovereignty. So, there you have it. A little bit of insight on the book of Job.